Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Like 80. They're running it.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Start! Like 20.
From the 31, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Like 80.
6, right there, 56.
Now Ben on 3rd and long, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set. 98.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Steven Nelson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket, going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And the Steelers set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Niners' 45-yard line.
Let's go. Let him know.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Barrett forced out to his left. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, Connor, and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He's going to loft one, deep left. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Steps away to his left. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Barrett under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
3rd and 13.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
20.
To throw again. Newton. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. The 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. N'Keal Harry. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to rifle one. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here, the 42. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throwing on second and long. Newton. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
But, you gotta get the quarterback.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Roethlisberger rolling to his right. Going top shelf for... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded at the 2.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Go.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
You baby. You baby. That's all.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Newton now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. That is caught inside the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it's still definitely.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Rudolph. He's going to look deep down the field. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Samuels. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the edge.
5.
Here's Rudolph on play action. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, McKinnon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Newton able to haul it in as Kittle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 50's the mic. I'm scared.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Barrett on play action. Staying on his feet. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. D. Ford. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Off the play fake, Barrett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 29, Newton. They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Gun. Alert 3.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Newton. Letting one go deep for the and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. N'Keal Harry, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll. The point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Leaping over him. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. 56. Who that? Who that?
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett dancing to his left. Whoosh. And shoving his way inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big pickup there on the run. 32 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They'll try the left side with Coleman. Escapes the defender. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Newton, throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
We got 4.
And they take a knee.
Newton on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Get off the train tracks.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they hand off to Coleman. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and short, McKinnon. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Check my 50. Mike gets a 50. Check my 50.
Newton's going to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.